Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to go shopping for bread. I personally love bread, but I do limit how much of it that I eat. And I struggle because I love bread. And when I go shopping for it and I stand in the aisle, sometimes it can be overwhelming on what we are going to look for and what we should be buying. Sometimes the labels are a little bit confusing. You see healthy choice, 100% whole wheat, whole grain, 12 grain, 45 calorie, low carb. What do? Which one are you going to pick? Well, we're going to hopefully have a little bit better understanding on what we're looking for. We want to pick bread that is 100% whole wheat, and that is made with a wheat kernel. The wheat kernel has three things in it: bran, germ, and the endosperm. All three of them remain in there for your 100% whole wheat bread. When when it's processed, they remove the bran and they remove the germ and they keep the endosperm and they grind it up, and that's how they make white flour. So your white bread will be made with the endosperm without the other two parts in it. So we want 100% whole wheat bread. We're going to look at the ingredients and we're going to find out which ones are deceiving and which ones are really good choices for you and your family. So let's get to shopping. Okay, I am in the bread aisle in Hy-Vee and I am looking at all the choices. The first one I pick up is this Nature's Harvest honey wheat, and it says it's got 8 grams of whole grains. So just looking at the front, you would think it was a good choice. The front is not where you want to look. You want to look on the label. Look at the nutrition label on the side. What you want to look for is you want to look for whole wheat as your first ingredient. Whole wheat and then water. You don't want to see the words unbleached, enriched flour, multigrain. That means that it is not the 100% whole wheat. So this would not be a good choice. This one here is really deceiving, the Pepperidge Farms 15 grain. When you look at it, it looks like it would be a good choice just from the front. But then when you look at the nutrition label, there's a whole lot of ingredients in there. Not all of them are bad. There's a lot of good things in here, but there's also a lot of other things that you do not want. The first ingredient is whole wheat flour and then water, but then there's other types of flour in here. So you are not getting 100% whole wheat when you get this one. Farmhouse Oatmeal by Pepperidge Farm. Oatmeal. Everybody thinks oatmeal, oh that's a good carb. Oatmeal, that's healthy for you. The problem with this one is the very first ingredient on the list there is enriched wheat flour. Now remember, the word enriched wheat flour is another term for white flour, and they have put things in to disguise the color. So this is not a good choice. Plus, it only has 1 gram of fiber, and that is going to go through your digestive system pretty quickly, and you are not going to be satisfied very long. 40 calorie healthy life. Think, oh, that's great, healthy. No high fructose corn syrup again on the front. However, when you look at the ingredients, which this is the key, first ingredient is water and then whole wheat flour. And then on down the list, there's just all kinds of things that I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce. When they are taking out the sugar, which natural sugar is used when you make bread, you're going to use a little bit of sugar to help the yeast rise. When they're taking out the ingredients, they're putting stuff in to make it taste good. You know, another thing you can do is when you touch this bread, it just feels a lot lighter, which that's not going to be very filling to you. If you look at the grams, 2 slices of this bread is 41 grams, so it's not very filling. You are not going to be satisfied very long after you eat this. you're gonna have to eat 2 or 3 pieces of this, equal one or the other, and you're still consuming a lot of chemicals that you don't want to consume. What about rye bread? This here is a rye and pumpernickel deli swirl. Nope. What this is, it is basically white flour. They have taken out the bran and the germ, and they are using the endosperm, and they've ground it into the white flour, and that is what is in this bread. So then you're probably saying, what can I eat? What is a good choice? Well, there are lots of good choices out there. Let me grab the one here. The one that I have been buying is by Brownberry, and it is 100% whole wheat. It says it here, but then when you look at the ingredient label, that's where it tells the story. Whole wheat flour, very first ingredient. Does not list any other type of flour. So this is a good choice. There's no high fructose corn syrup in it. 3 grams of fiber per slice. And one slice is 38 grams, so it's substantial. When you eat one slice of this, it's going to stay with you and keep you feeling full for a lot longer than a lot of the other breads, and it's going to give you energy. Good carb. Now, what can you eat if you are trying to lose weight and you still want to eat bread because you want a sandwich, but you don't want to consume the 100 calories per slice that this has? The Sara Lee 45 calorie 100% whole wheat is a fairly good choice. Make sure you grab the one that's 100% whole wheat. They have multi-grain, and that is not a good choice because it has a lot of the enriched flour in it. So you want to get the 100% whole wheat. Now, just picking up this loaf, it's not substantial. 45 grams for 2 slices. So basically, 2 slices of this is going to satisfy you about like one of this. So I don't know. I think I would rather have 1 slice of this, but if you're gonna have a sandwich and you know that you need to get bread, this is a fairly good choice for you. Okay, I am in the freezer section, and the Ezekiel bread is a very good choice. So I didn't want to leave that out, so I came over here to do this. It has a very small ingredient list, organic sprouted wheat, and it doesn't have any of the bad things in it that we were talking about. So Ezekiel bread, and it is in the freezer section. It is a good choice. Okay, well, I hope this helps you, and if you have any questions, just leave them down below. To kind of recap, the things that you want to look for is don't pay attention to the fancy labeling in the front because it's deceiving. You want to pick your bread up, look at the ingredient label and the nutrition label. You want to look for something that's high in fiber, and you want to look for something that has not a real long list of ingredients. The main ingredients on your bread should be flour, water, yeast, salt, and a little bit of sugar to activate your yeast. And you're going to have preservatives and stuff like that in there, but those should be your main ingredients. If there's a lot of words in there that you can't pronounce, probably should just put it back on the shelf. So, okay, thanks for joining me, and if you have any questions, pop them down below, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and I will talk to you later. Thank you.